Good morning, good evening, or good night. My name is Starlight, and welcome to Time for a Borderless World, where we try to smash all borders, mental and or physical. And today, I have been inspired to make this video because of various recent events that are occurring around the globe. A part of me, just because of my conditioning as a human being where I grew up, a part of me is telling myself, who are you to make this video? Who are you to stand here and talk about your thoughts and post them online? Why does it matter? Who are you? And to that, I reply, I am a human being that lives on this earth, that shares the earth with every other human being on this planet. And there are some human beings on this planet right now that are making life a living hell for a lot of people. And I'm not okay with that. And I think there are more people who need to speak about what they think is going on. I am at the park with my son, so I'm probably gonna get, pulled in and out of the video because mom duty comes first. And I'm also cutting out caffeine from my diet, so I'm kind of tired, a little bit of brain fog. We walked to the park, so I'm just a little laggy today. But I don't have a definitive answer on what to do or, a solution to all the world's problems. But what kind of really inspired this video in part is the current monks in their walk for peace. The monks that started in Texas and are walking all the way to Washington, D.C. on foot. And their main message is simply that peace starts within yourself, within an individual person, and blooms outward. So if one family member starts living by an ideology of being peaceful and worrying, truck going by. If one individual in a family starts living by the means of being peaceful, that then affects their family. And then those people go out and affect their friends, and their friends then affect their family. So it's a ripple effect of peace. And I absolutely agree with that. And what then comes to mind is if world leaders were to, not all world leaders, because there are some leaders, some country leaders that truly understand the idea of human rights and self-determination and don't impose authoritative ideals on their population. And I can't name them off the top of my head, but I know there are some people like that. But for example, in my country, if our political leaders were to just be, and just embrace the ideas of being peaceful, like truly the ideas of being peaceful, and let people live their life, the amount of peace that this world would experience is immense, because the United States has its imperial claws in so many parts of this world. It makes me sick. In order to lead a country, and in order to be a ruler of one of the most powerful nations on the globe, I legitimately think there needs to be some sort of like test that has to be taken to see if they are empathetically inept to the point where they can put themselves in other people's shoes. So, talking on putting yourself in other people's shoes, I want to talk a little bit about the current immigration structure that we have here in the United States. Borders, national borders, are simply lines drawn into the earth, saying that a person can either freely travel to another part or not. And I find that absolutely insane. How is it that birds from the northern part of North America can immigrate to the farthest parts of South America without any paperwork, without any borders? It's because humans have imposed this belief system on other people to control them. We are the only species on this planet that controls the other members of the species in this manner. And a lot of it has to do with our intelligence and what humans are capable of doing to other humans. It's not pretty at times. Okay. But the default state of being a human is not, I see a human over there and I want to go murder them or I want to go harm them. And now that authoritative power system is boomeranging back and affecting American citizens to the point where now I walk around with my birth certificate and my social security card, and well, everyone walks around with their driver's license, but you know, it gets to the point where simply because I look the way I do, I'm worried that someone is going to, you know, think that I don't belong here. And I just think it's ridiculous. I think it's insane that humans have gotten to this point in human society. I understand the idea of territories and humans being, or animals being territorial and whatnot. I think that's a natural instinct. But to say that you cannot be around me or around this area unless you have a certain piece of paper is absolute lunacy. It's absolute lunacy. And people are getting killed over it. People are losing family members over it. Brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, grandparents. Over the stupid societal rules that we have imposed upon ourselves. as a mother and a regular, schmegular citizen of a country, I don't know really what I can do to fix this issue other than speaking out about it, speaking to my friends and family about it, teaching my children a different way of living and being. But I can also try to give hope to other people that are living here, that by focusing on your own peace and not letting the news wreck your whole day, that's a win. By not feeding into the fear of this system, that's a win. I don't think, like, from a basis of things, I personally don't want to think of things as winning or losing. Like, life is just occurring, and we're all just here witnessing it and whatnot. But man, I'm tired.
Why are you tired? Why are you tired? You want to see what I did again?
Yeah. I think it's time for humans to slow down and really, really slow down. Take a look at the nature around you. I often like to watch birds because I think they're the epitome of what existence on this earth is supposed to be like. You know, they just chill and just wait for when they're hungry to find food, and you know, they build nests wherever they want to post up. They travel and migrate when they don't like the weather. I think spiders too are a great example. They just build a web and chill and wait for their food to come to them, and they just be. So many animals on this planet are just content with just being, and I think we would see a lot more peace within human society if we took after other animals.